So, today we're going to continue to look at adding and subtracting multiples of 10, 100, 1,000 and so on. To be successful, you're going to again need to use your previous knowledge of place value, use a place value grid today if needed, and explain what happens when two-digit values are in one place value column, just like we looked at yesterday. So here is the type of question you're going to be looking at. Instead of adding and subtracting, doing a calculation, you're going to be finding out what has been added and subtracted. So I've got my starting number here, and something's happened to it to get to this. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my starting number and I'm going to put it into my place value column because I can see it a little bit easier. Instead of dotting it this time, I'm going to be just writing the numbers out. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to underneath write the new number, so what the answer as you would say. And I'm now going to identify which column or columns have changed. My thousands is the only one that has changed. It's gone from a 0 to an 8. Now if I was to go from 0 here to 8 here, what would I be doing? Well, I'm in the thousands column, so I would be adding 8,000. Let's have a look at another one. I'm just going to, I need my columns again. So, here's my starting number, into the millions this time, so I've got 7,889,487. And what's happened to it? Well, we're going to find out, so I'm going to put the second number underneath, 7,929,487. And now I'm going to identify the columns that have changed. These are the two columns that have changed. So instead of taking it as individual numbers or digits like I did in the last one, because it was just 0 to 8, in this one I'm going to take it as 88, because I can see there that my 100,000s and my 10,000s column, I can see 88, and it's gone from 88 to 92. Because if I take it individually, 8 to 2, well that will have been taken away, and 8 to 9, that's adding. And now I'm going to get confused because I'll be doing one to one column, one to the other, and that won't work. So I'm going to take it together, 88 to 92. So it's obviously increased, so I've added, and to get from 88 to 92 I've added 4. But I need to think, well, what columns have I gone to? Now if I was to add 400,000s, I would end up going into the millions because it would overspill and I would go up to the millions. So what I've done is I have added from this column, because if I use this 8 here and added 4 to it, it would spill over into the 100,000s column, and those are the two columns I'm looking at. So I must have added 40,000 because I'm remaining in that 10,000s column, and the 100,000 was obviously the one that I've gone over to and spilled into. Your task today is to have a look at what's being added or subtracted in each of these questions. For each one I would expect to see a place value grid, and shown just as I have, identify the ones that have changed and group them together just like I did with that 88 and that 92 should you need to. I then want you to complete the rest of the mastery task, looking to see how much you've understood about this concept of what has been added and subtracted, and then answers are all at the bottom.